Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Andy Root channel. Today, we're talking about who could possibly be Miguel's father. Some say it's Terry Silver, some say it's Mike Barnes, but we all know who Miguel's father really is. His father is no one. No character in any of the Karate Kid films have a chance of being his father. Sure, it's fun to think about theories, but realistically, there's no way the writers are going to make any character tied to Miguel. It would be way too coincidental and it would make it seem more like a fan fiction. He could be a whole new character, but I think the writers made Miguel not have a father so he can bond with Johnny. He is the father Miguel never had, and Miguel is the second chance Johnny was looking for in life. Miguel is the whole reason Johnny opened up the Cobra Kai dojo. Of course, he annoyed the hell out of him at first, but he realized how much he actually looked up to him and didn't want to give up on him. You just have to think back to season 1 and go into the roots of Miguel's purpose as a character to realize that his father is irrelevant to the story. It would be like saying, what if Daniel's father came back in one of the Karate Kid movies? My point is that Miguel's father coming into the picture would be pointless, and it would disregard the bond that Johnny and Miguel grew. That's just my opinion though. I didn't expect a lot of things to happen in season 2, so the writers could throw a curveball and have Miguel's father come into the picture. I definitely think it's a possibility for his father to return. It creates more drama, and that's what the show is based around. I believe if the writers were to make him come back, then he would be a whole new character that would realistically only have a small part. A deadbeat dad would only come back for money or unfinished business. Although we know nothing about his father, and he could have just been tied up with the wrong people. Carmen does tend to make a big deal out of things she doesn't know about. I mean, she blamed Johnny for what happened to Miguel, but we know it wasn't really his fault. She also considered Johnny to be a loser and a bad influence on Miguel, but he ended up being a great mentor towards him. Who's to say something like that isn't the case with his father? She obviously loved him and trusted him enough to get married at 18, but then left when she found out what his job was. I'm assuming it has to do with drugs or exporting drugs. Yes, that is bad, but we know that they were poor, and he could have just been doing what he could to make money for his family. He also could have been a hitman and just killed people. Or even doing a millionaire's dirty work. Ecuador is down south, and we know Terry Silver has been spending a bit of time in South America. Honestly, if any of the characters were tied to Miguel's father, then it would be Terry Silver. He himself could not be the father because of their age, but we know Terry Silver to do a lot of dirty business, so it wouldn't be a surprise if it was something super wrong or illegal. Miguel's father being a good person or not wouldn't matter with what his job was. He could have just been desperate and take any job he could get. Or he could have just actually been a bad guy. I also feel that Terry Silver would be the one to offer a job to anyone desperate enough to do it, so of course it would be bad. That is if he or any other Karate Kid character is involved, but I highly doubt that. The only characters we've seen make a return has been Kreese in the original Cobra Kai's, but they were only in it for one episode. Maybe they'll make a return. Kreese is a regular on the show because it makes sense for him to be in the picture. He founded Cobra Kai. But if we're using that as a reason, then it's a perfect opportunity for Terry Silver to be involved in the show. He was already mentioned in season 1, so if he makes an appearance, then I don't personally believe it will involve Miguel's father. Also, don't forget, he's also the writer's favorite character. I'm not denying the possibility, but I really don't think he will be involved. At least for season 3. I'm sure the writers had the next 2 seasons planned out in their heads, so we will have to see where the story goes in the 3rd season. I'm sure we'll see Terry Silver regardless. I'm not sure how much his character will be involved in the story, but we'll see him somehow, even if it's just a cameo. That I am hopeful of. Anyways guys, that's my opinion on who I think Miguel's father is. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, then subscribe if you want to see more content like this. Let me know in the comments if you agree or not. I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts. Until the next video, peace. Where is season 3?